Yes, we are live. Yes, thank you for joining me today. Good evening, everyone. I hope you're excited to be here. How has your preparation been? How has it been going? The festive period, all of us are in the festive mood, right? Okay, let's go right into it. We have just 15 minutes, so I have a lot of things to talk about. I'm actually excited. It's festive season. We are all excited. We are all looking forward to family and friends. Some of us are not excited though, but yes, we are excited. So, good evening, everyone. Welcome to another Glow into the Week episode. I'm Dr. Chimsom Ogu, your number one skin and confidence doctor. I help you glow, not just in your skin, but from the inside out. Now, today, we'll be talking about the gratitude glow. I'll say it again, the gratitude glow. Have you heard that before? It's simply the confidence that comes from having a thankful heart. Yes, a thankful heart. Now, is the season that could be a trap. It could be a trap where we compare ourselves. It's a festive season, and many of us, have long to-do lists. What do we need to buy? Who do we need to visit? What do you need to wear? Where am I traveling to? We are traveling from one place to the other. We're running up and down. So some of us actually feel anxious about what we can afford. We are reflecting on the year and we are saying, oh, I haven't achieved much, I don't have anything. It's easy to focus on what we are missing, honestly, and forget what really matters in this season, which includes the love, that is associated with the season, the peace, the joy, and the purpose of this particular season. Now, when we compare ourselves to others, it usually affects how we show up. People show up in different ways in this situation. We either shrink or some people overcompensate. Now, the Bible in First Thessalonians 5:18 says, give thanks in every circumstance, in all circumstances. This can be hard. Honestly, it can. We are human beings. But if you have that at the back of your mind, you find a way to consciously find reasons to be thankful in every situation that you find yourself. How do some of us shrink? Some of us withdraw. We act as if we are not interested. We start to criticize, others for what they've achieved. We start to complain. We start to hide our feelings of inadequacy by you see somebody and you, instead of saying, oh, this person is beautiful, this person is this, you start to hate the person because the person is a representation of what you wish you had. That is that green monster, the evil creeping in. So don't allow yourself to be caught in that space. Don't allow yourself, find yourself in that circle. Now, others tend to overcompensate for what you know they can't have. They start to spend money, their last money. They start to show off. They start to pretend to have it all put together just so that people will think that, oh, I've arrived. I am now here. This season, the pressure is plenty. Now, both responses come from a lack of gratitude, a lack of peace. When you can shift your focus from what is lacking to what is working, your confidence is restored. Philippians 46 says, with thanksgiving, the peace of God will guide your heart and mind. With thanksgiving. There's nothing that is not in the Bible. Now, what are the dangers of being ungrateful? When we allow ingratitude to linger, it damages our self confidence, it reduces our inner glow, it keeps us anxious and makes us very, very dissatisfied with where we are. What are the signs that you're ungrateful? Now, if you see any of these signs, adjust and talk to yourself. We are constantly anxious. You're worried about this, about that, and most of the things you're worried about, you cannot do anything to change it. You cannot, you worrying will not change it. So you always find yourself focusing on the problems and forgetting the things that you are blessed with, the things that you have, and you're focusing on the problem. So everything is worrying you. If you're in that space, then you're an ungrateful person. You're also in a space where when there's a situation, you have the knack of only seeing the bad part of it. You just find yourself, oh, what if this will happen? What if this will not happen? What if blah blah blah? You can never see, always in a space where you're complaining, Nigeria is hard, the people are not eating, da 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 da. Da. Yes, Nigeria is hard, but there's still a positive part of Nigeria. Why are you always the person finding the negative part of a situation? That's a sign of ingratitude. You also have the feeling that bad things always happen to you. Oh, there's nothing to be grateful for. My life is so bad every time. Bad things are happening to me. Blah 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 blah. All those kind of talk. Um, you're not the only person with issues, but the difference is that people have decided how they want to show up in that situation, right? So let's go. This season, I need you to develop a culture of gratitude. As simple as that. Now, what is this? The gratitude culture is waking up in the morning and finding reasons to be thankful in every situation you find yourself. In every single situation you find yourself, you see that it changes everything. It changes everything. Honestly, you start to look at life differently. You start to look at things differently. It's not that I'm not saying that you should deny anything. I'm not saying you should deny. It's just changing the perspective at which of which you view the world. Gratitude helps you to foster your self worth. It reduces your stress hormones. This is the medical aspect of it. It improves your confidence. It nourishes both your mind and your skin. It goes a whole long way. Now, how does gratitude boost your confidence? Practicing gratitude enhances your self-esteem and your self-confidence by creating a positive perception of self. That means when you're grateful for who you are, where you are at a certain time, you're able to show up as your real self because you're not focusing on the things that are not working. That may probably make you feel bad, make you feel depressed, make you feel not good enough. You're focusing on the things that are working in your life. So it gives you, makes you show up better. It reduces your social comparison in the sense that you don't find yourself in a space where you're comparing yourself with others, with what people have, with what people are doing, with who did human hair this Christmas, or things like that. You never find yourself in that space because at every situation you are or you see yourself, you are grateful for what you have, and the more you're grateful, the more that you get. You also enhances your sense of value and self-worth. The one I like the most is that gratitude builds resilience. It makes you optimistic. When you're grateful, when a bad thing happens to you, you know that irrespective of what is happening, I am going to rise from this because you have changed your mindset to, focus on the good thing. So let me give you an example. Two businessmen, their business, burnt down. Both of them were angry, they were crying, they were upset. Yes, it's okay to do that. But one was so sad and kept dwelling on what happened that he killed himself. And that was the end of his story. But the other person saw what happened and he said, okay, what was the cause? How can I rise from this? And then he told himself that irrespective of what happened, I'm going to grow my business to even be bigger than it was before. Have you seen the same? There's a shift in my, because I'm grateful that I'm alive. I did not die in that situation. I could have been in that shop when it burnt. This could have happened. So he focused on the things that he should be grateful for. And that built resilience and he grew his business bigger than it was before. So can you see the shift? The same situation, different approach to it. So how does gratitude affect your health? You know, how does gratitude doesn't just change your mood, it transforms your biology, like the medical aspect. First of all, when you're grateful, you're no more sad. You're no more depressed, focusing on the bad things. So it reduces your level of stress hormone, which is cortisol. Yeah. And when that's reduced, it reduces, acne flare-ups. Yes, I must talk about dermatology. Acne flare-ups. Because when you're stressed, your acne is worse. Flare-ups, eczema flare-ups, psoriasis, it reduces it. Gratitude improves your sleep. It promotes, your beauty sleep. Because your skin needs rest to be able to regenerate and repair itself. So when you're grateful, you're not anxious. So it's easy for you to fall asleep. You know, it helps you to be able to make healthier lifestyle choices, because it's easier for you to follow a diet, to be consistent with a routine. It promotes mindful self-care. For example, let me give you an example. Somebody is hypertensive, or you have, a skincare condition you need to treat. Two people approach it in two different ways. A grateful person, for example, a hypertensive person, will be like, thank God, yes, I'm hypertensive, but I can afford my drugs to drink. And there's even something that can control that hypertension, that can help me get, stay better. So they focus on the positive aspect of that disease, because it could have been cancer that has no cure, for crying out loud, and you won't be able to do anything about it. You don't have a drug to take. Even if you take the drug, some types of cancers you still die. So are you seeing the mindset shift? Yes, I'm hypertensive. So because I love myself and I'm grateful, I will take my drugs. It doesn't matter if I have 100 drugs. Some people can't even afford that drug. Or I have acne, my face is all messed up. But however, I'm grateful that I can afford to, do a routine and get it checked out. So you see, this is promoting mindful self-care. So I hope you get the gist. Now, this week, I'm going to give you gratitude glow exercises. Now, not just our normal affirmations. I want us to practice gratitude, because it's going to open up your week. It's going to make your week better. It's going to make your season better. Now, take a pen and paper. Spend just 5 minutes. Write down a list of people that you're grateful for. Your parents, your spouse, anybody at all. Write keep anybody that comes to your mind, write it out. Now, take time out, 10 minutes, to send them a message or put a call across. All you're saying in that call or in that message is a personalized message telling them how grateful you are for them, for a particular thing, or for their role in your life. And then if you can, get them a small gift to say thank you. It goes a long way to open doors for you. Gratitude opens doors. As simple as that. When you are grateful, you get more. You have more access. It's That's just the way it is. Now, another thing I want you to do is think about a tough situation in your life. It could be the fears you have. It could be you have problems in your marriage. You have problems, a child that is troublesome. You have financial problems. Write it down. Write them all down. And then take time out and think of what is the worst possible thing that can happen because of this my problem. For example, you have marriage problems. Say, okay, the worst thing that can happen is that I'll get a divorce. What is your worst fear? Or the worst thing that will happen is that, oh, I have an exam, I've not studied, I'm going to fail it, how to repeat. Or worst thing that can happen because I'm broke, I don't have money, I won't be able to pay school fees, my children won't be able to eat. Now, those are worst case scenarios about each of those problems. And then I want you to twist it right in front of those problems. I am grateful that whatever that problem is hasn't happened. It hasn't happened yet. You're just afraid. Like, it is not a real. Yes, I'm not saying you should deny that is a possibility, but now we are turning it around to become a gratitude practice. Turning it around. So right in front, I am grateful that so and so thing at the end, right, hasn't happened. And look at it from that aspect. Now, if your problem is a person, sometimes we are complaining about, oh, for example, your husband is this, is that, blah, 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 things like that. Find one good thing about that thing, person that you like, and focus on it. And be grateful for that person, for that thing. Some say, oh, there's no good thing about a person. Even if it's only how their eyebrow is, even if it's only they have fine nails, find that thing and focus on it and tell the person you're grateful for that thing in their life. You're happy for that thing in your life. You know what this does? The more you focus on that and keep saying it helps you start to see new things in that person that you're grateful for. When you're focusing on the positives in a person, especially children, they try to keep giving you more positives to see. So it's a psychological thing. They're happy that, oh, instead of saying, oh, why did you not tidy the house today or tidy your room, you can say, I'm always happy. I'm grateful that you take time to tidy your room most times. And I notice it. So, but what happened today now? This is not like you. Like I've said the same thing, but in a different way. Yeah? So find something and compliment that person for and focus on it. You should write down good things about that person and try to block yourself off those bad things. This is a changer. It will change your relationship. It will change the way you approach people, the way you relate with people. It will help your life seriously. Now, what are affirmations for the week? I'm grateful for who I am, who I am. Gratitude fills me with peace and confidence. My joy reflects on my face and in my skin. I radiate kindness, calm, and grace. I glow from the inside out through gratitude and faith. Your skincare tip for the Harmattan: drink plenty of water, stay hydrated, moisturize daily because your skin barrier like loves moisture, right? Smile often. It releases endorphins that brightens your skin. Gratitude is actually the most affordable skincare routine you ever need. This week, choose gratitude over comparison and peace over pressure. Remember, the more grateful you are, the more confident you become. You can glow. You can't be glowing and grumbling at the same time. I'm Dr. Chimsom Ogu, your skin and confidence doctor, helping you glow from inside out. Thank you for joining me today. I'm grateful for all of you. I'm grateful for always joining me. If you're just joining, please do catch a replay and share to your friends because this may just change your life. Thank you for joining. Have a great night. Merry Christmas in advance. Bye bye. See you all next week. Same time, same place.